This morning, just like you guys probably did, I woke up and squinted through crusty eyes and a blaring hangover just to see that Bitcoin had jumped about 10% in 15 minutes, breaking above $30,000 because a Bitcoin Spot ETF was finally approved. I'm just kidding.
Got him! Got him!
Or really, I'm not kidding. That's how I woke up. But the market was kidding. The SEC was kidding, I guess. Or really, Cointelegraph was just kidding. Crypto Banter was actually live whenever it happened, and you can see the roller coaster of emotions that he goes through, which is the same roller coaster of emotions that we all went through when we woke up over here in the States. I'm pretty sure they do their show at about 4 o'clock a.m. my time, so I'm definitely not awake. I've probably just gone to sleep. But even getting after it as early as they do before all of the markets over here wake up, they still weren't able to prepare for it because you can see the shock on their face when it happens.
No way. Hold on. Has the ETF just been approved? No way. Has the Bitcoin... Guys, it looks like I'm hearing that the Bitcoin Spot ETF has just been approved. Is that possible? Okay, the Bitcoin Spot ETF has just been approved, guys. Can't believe it's live. The SEC just approves the Bitcoin iShares Spot ETF, guys.
And here you can see the post from Cointelegraph that basically set off all of this confusion. It says, breaking, the SEC approves the iShare Bitcoin Spot ETF. This sent the price skyrocketing over $30,000 in just about 15 minutes or so. As a matter of fact, you can see here where whenever the news had broke, Bitcoin had just started to pump above $28,000, and it hadn't even seen this kind of a wick yet.
So we were... That's the 200-week moving average. We've been under the 200-week moving average for a long time. I'm expecting much more of a pump when it comes to this. I think 28,500 is nothing. I think should I open some leverage longs.
I think that's what everybody was kind of thinking. Everybody was like, wow, this is crazy news. We should all just throw in all kind of leverage and max out our credit cards trying to buy as much Bitcoin as we can because it's all uphill from here and we're going to the moon, baby. But it turned out about 15 minutes later just to be a false alarm. Within just a few seconds, you can already see the price starting to pump wildly here on the Bitcoin price chart on the Crypto Banter channel. And just a few seconds after that, it had already broke almost over $30,000 and ran along with pretty much everybody else in the crypto space, started to call for a God candle.
Let's quickly look at the price again. This is all happening so quickly. 29,540, 29,540, 30,000, 30,000. Here we go. Bitcoin on Coinbase, $30,000. One Bitcoin will now cost you $30,000 and the pump continues. The pump continues.
But it didn't continue for long because if you just look down here at the time chart, about 15 minutes later, the unfortunate news was broken that this was actually a false alarm.
BlackRock has just confirmed to me that this is false. Their application is still under review. If this, this could be very, very, very big market manipulation, and it could be a ploy to destroy all these people that were short. Did you see? You notice what would have happened there. They would have paid Cointelegraph, they would have spread fake news, and they would have destroyed all of these shorts over here, if that is false. And it does actually feel like Bloomberg believe that Cointelegraph, here in the Banter newsroom, it says, fake news, Bitcoin believes that the SEC has approved BlackRock's iShares Spot ETF. It's fake news.
So now maybe we're going to be seeing the SEC go after Cointelegraph or something like that. But it seems like the community is pretty rapidly losing faith in that news outlet, if you can call them that, as a source of reliable information. How many people do you think actually went in on a leverage long right as soon as the news broke, only to be wrecked about 15 minutes later? Then they came out and tried to clean up the situation, saying that we apologize for a tweet that led to the dissemination of inaccurate information regarding the BlackRock Bitcoin ETF. An internal investigation is currently underway. We are committed to transparency and will share the findings of the investigation with the public once it's conducted in about 3 hours, or once it's concluded within about 3 hours. We all pretty much feel like this baby right here that Gordon posted, and it looks like there's probably going to be an intern at Cointelegraph that accidentally posted that scheduled tweet a little bit too early, or somehow screwed up and posted that ETF was actually approved. It's probably going to be getting fired here. But as always with the crypto community, the memes were fast and funny. Because just as this meme right here implies, a lot of people who were short got totally wrecked and basically murdered. And somebody at Cointelegraph almost certainly knew what they were doing whenever this was posted. The question is, was it just incompetence or some kind of miscommunication, or was it actually some market manipulation like Rand was saying, where they were trying to get a lot of shorts liquidated so that later on, whenever the Bitcoin ETF is actually approved, the powers that be or the people who are really pulling the strings will have already made all of the profits. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I'm going to guess the second one. There is a lot of speculation that there might actually be an ETF approved this week or pretty soon because of the SEC's decision not to appeal the Grayscale GPTC decision. And people are saying that basically they didn't appeal it because they know they're going to be approving a bunch of ETFs soon anyway, so they're probably going to be letting GPTC convert their trust into a spot ETF. According to this article on Bloomberg, the Grayscale Bitcoin discount is narrowing with the ETF conversion seen as inevitable. I'm not going to pay for Bloomberg because they can definitely suck on
These nuts. Ha! Got him. Ha! Got him.
but it says the world's largest Bitcoin fund is surging faster than the cryptocurrency itself after investors anticipate that the ETF centered on the token could soon launch. The Grayscale Bitcoin Trust ticker GPTC is trading at about 14% intraday below the value of its underlying holdings, the narrowest such reading since back in 2021, according to data compiled on Bloomberg Intelligence. Back whenever it was trading even closer to the actual price of Bitcoin, we were basically in a bull market, and this could be an indicator that people think the bull market is returning. But it's more likely that it actually is an indicator that people believe the GPTC trust is going to be converted into an ETF. Because whenever it actually is, then it's going to be a spot ETF, meaning that all of the holdings within the trust or the fund are actually going to have to be backed up by real Bitcoin. And that means that the price of the ETF should be exactly the same as the Bitcoin itself. But right now it is trading on futures, which is basically a prediction of where it's going to be in the future. And either way you look at it, it's basically bullish because if people are thinking that in the future it's going to be higher or closer to the price of Bitcoin, then that means that probably the bull market is coming back, or they think it's going to be converted into a ETF and the price is going to go up from there anyway. So regardless of what the actual reasoning is behind the discount narrowing, it's basically a win-win situation. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Was this ETF announcement just a leak, and are they actually trying to buy up as much Bitcoin behind the scenes as they can before the news is actually released? And if so, do you think that a Bitcoin ETF is actually going to be approved this week? Or do you think that this was just a total mess up and there's no news about Bitcoin ETFs being approved anytime soon, and that the SEC is going to keep pushing it off at least until next year? Either way, thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget I've got new videos almost every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and there's early access on X with real-time updates and a community to chat with and the only good Discord server. There's a link down in the description. Also, if you want to support my channel, you can find my gear over at onlygoodcrypto.com, and don't forget to hit the like, follow, or subscribe buttons. But most importantly, don't forget to have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.